Let's see. Oh, all right. Welcome you guys to the LIIFT 4 launch party. Stephanie and I are super excited that you guys are here to just gather some more information. Maybe you're currently already somebody who loves Beachbody on Demand or Beachbody in general and are a coach, or maybe you're somebody brand new on here like, what is it they're talking about? I'm so sick of hearing about it. I need to learn about it because you don't want to be missing the boat when everybody in about 8 weeks has some crazy awesome results ending the summer and you're like, dang, I missed the boat. So welcome. We're really glad that you're here. This is just really kind of a laid back, informative session. So like I said, Stephanie and I are going to share and kind of talk about the program. If at any time you guys, you have questions or if you're catching the recording, please make sure that you drop questions in the chat box or like I said, on the recording that you're dropping that in the comment box. So we're super excited about this program that's coming because I don't know about you guys, but 4 days a week, it's a brand new to our world. And yeah, so I'm ready to live life and enjoy it, kind of how Joel breaks that down and says that. So lift, hit, rest, repeat. So Stephanie, do you want to kick it off or do you want me to?
Yeah. So, hey guys, I'm Stephanie Lane and I am really excited for this, especially because my husband, he just like loves these guide-driven programs and he kind of looks like Joel. They kind of look like brothers. So we're going to tell you all the good information about this program. This is for guys. This is for girls. This is for anyone. Do you want to jump to the first slide, Miss Jolene? Okay, so this is on demand, and the way that they're doing programs now is excellent because you don't repeat workouts. So this is 32 unique, different workouts. Like Jolene said, you work out 4 days a week. It's 8 weeks long. The workouts are between 30 to 40 minutes, which is completely manageable, especially since you're working out every other day. You can just plan on that time and just look ahead. You know, maybe this one's 30 minutes, maybe the next one's 35. Just kind of plan that out so you can have the time. And that's what, like 1% of your day? It's completely manageable, maybe 2%. I don't know. But the beauty of this program and the reason why it's called LIIFT 4 is it's HIIT workouts, which stands for high intensity interval training, which means you get your heart rate up really high, really fast, and then you bring it down and then up and then down. And they have shown that that is very effective in burning fat. So if you have any fat to burn at all, you want to be doing HIIT workouts. But in combination, we're doing lifting. And lifting, of course, tones and strengthens your body. So you're going to be burning fat, you're going to be toning and strengthening, and you're going to be looking so good in 8 weeks. So I love this example of Laura. She lost 10 pounds of body fat in 8 weeks. 10 pounds in 8 weeks. That's just a little over a pound a week. That's awesome.
It's sustainable.
Yeah, sustainable for sure. All right, I'll pop it over to you.
All right, so who is this program for, you guys? This program is for everybody and everybody. So, and I put that in there. We decided to put that in there because Joel talks about that, how people think that because it's like a HIIT style program, and we may go into this more towards the end if you guys have questions. Like I said, at any time, stop and ask. But when people hear the word HIIT training, they think that they are unable to do it. They think high intensity when they hear the word HIIT, when in fact, that's really not necessarily the truth. It just means the movements that you're doing. So they can be high intensity, but low impact. And I'll be the first one to say I'm a huge modifier when it does come to HIIT things and like that, because I'm not trying to be high intensity. I want it to be low impact, right? So you can do them both ways. That's why it's for everybody. Don't be scared by the word HIIT, thinking that it's out of your reach, that it's something that you can't do, because everybody could do this. It doesn't matter if you weigh 100 pounds or if you weigh 400 pounds. Honestly, that's also going to come down to your mindset too. Now, of course, we should throw in there, if at any time, like your doctor or you're recovering from something, obviously we're not saying like, yes, you can. Jolene and Stephanie told me that everybody can do this. No, obviously seek, that medical advice if you're in those situations. But ideally, everybody can do this program. There's definitely a modifier. And if you're familiar with any of Joel's other programs like Core to Force, they've done a split screen option where the modifier is the split screen of the workout. So keep in mind that I believe that is going to be an option as well. So we'll find out on Monday for sure. But everybody should realize that you're going to have a starting point, and no, you may not be doing exactly what they're doing on the video, but from doing Joel's live workout last weekend with him, the 30-minute one, full body HIIT, I was really, really excited to know going into this program how much progress I'm going to be able to gauge, and it will have nothing to do with a scale or an inch or anything like that. It's legitimately just going to be my strength. It's going to be my own personal best. And I don't know about you, but I feel really empowered by that because, like, for instance, there's a move called triple bear. Watch out. It's super crazy, but it's definitely doable. It's just, it sounds worse than what it really is, you guys. But it's one thing that I know I can't do the whole thing through just because of my own limitations, but I'm really excited to think, okay, 8 weeks from now, I am going to be able to do that, maybe 20 seconds longer, or maybe even the entire 45 seconds that we do it. So I don't know. I think that's cool. Stephanie, I don't know if I'm really excited more about that. I think that anything is gauging our progress from workout to workout. So.
Well, yeah, always. And I look at a lot of different things like measurements and the scale and my strength. It's like a little bit of everything, So definitely look at where you start and then look at where you end, because you're not going to be in the same place in 8 weeks. So this plan is a macros meal plan, but it's simplified. So you don't have to count grams of anything. You don't have to count grams of carbs or grams of fat or whatever. It's already put together for you. Basically, you just follow servings. There are 2 phases. So the first phase is the first 6 weeks where you'll build, cut, and define your body. And then the last 2 weeks, you burn through calories and fat, revealing your ultimate physique, which sounds awesome. There are different plans based on, of course, what you're trying to achieve, your starting body, and if you're breastfeeding or if you have to
really go to that.
If you have to do other modifications for your nutrition for any reason.
Take the black. I'm like,
do you want to go to it's manage participants and then you just hit?
She picked the black cat and started. I'm like, this. Let her see where she's going with it.
Yeah, I don't know where.
And
up at the top of your screen.
Tried climbing. She's like, well, she just tried to climb up the box, but can't get her. I'm not searching for it. So I kind of started moving some boxes through it. And I'm like looking way down in it. I'm like, holy shit, they're way down at the bottom. So I don't know how.
It's real life.
If she got maybe
Did you find it?
I think it's way down the bottom in the corner. Huddled together.
I don't know where it's at.
So I'm like, get on here.
You can just click their box and hit mute, I think.
Oh yeah, there we go. We'll mute them.
Okay. Not that we don't love y'all.
Right.
we got things to do.
Right. All right. So I love what you just said about that, Stephanie. That's one thing. I love structure. And for those of us who love structures, I can't see you, but raise your hand or put in the chat box, like if you love structure. And I love new recipes. And that's one thing that is amazing about Beachbody On Demand. I mean, literally it's endless. It's endless. It's endless. It's endless. And everything is always so flipping good. Right.
Yeah, and it's 40, 30, 30 for the macros. So 40% is coming from carbs, 30% from fat, and 30% from protein, but you don't have to count all that. So I like that it's already put together because I don't like to think a lot and try to plan those things.
Me neither. Okay.
All right, so what do we need?
What do we need? All you need is a set of light, medium, and heavy weights depending on your fitness level, or you can substitute with resistance bands. So this was one thing that Joel talked about that was really cool, is that somebody asked, oh, so what happens if I'm going to be traveling? And he was like, yeah, you just bring your resistance band. Like you can totally do the entire program with just the resistance band. So if you already know and you're like looking and thinking, oh, I don't know if I can do this because I'm going to be out of town, then hello, we just busted your excuse. So
and resistance bands don't make it easy because you have to look at the band, and some bands are 10 pounds, some bands are 20 pounds of resistance. It's the same. Your body doesn't know any different from lifting a 20-pound weight to stretching a 20-pound resistance band. Same thing.
Right. And so the other thing is that you're going to be, if you have like 5-pound weights and you think that that's going to be enough, just realize that's another way you're going to be able to gauge your progress is by the fact that you are like literally going to beast mode through your weights. And let's just bust another myth right here while we're here, right? So for women who are on this call or listening in, they think that they're going to get big, right? You're like, I don't want to get bulky. I don't want to get big. At some point, I'm not sure why that ever really became a thing, but it's so far from the truth. And I could spend a whole nother half an hour talking to you about why you should be doing strength training, but I'll just keep it very quickly for you. As having a nursing background and just somebody who's a woman and getting older, our bone density decreases as we age. And the way that we help prevent that and combat that is by strength training, by lifting weights. Okay. So that is it in a nutshell.
Yeah.
If you want more information on that, I'd be happy to like talk to you behind the scenes because it is kind of a passion. It's very important to me as well. And we need to be doing that, you guys, because the older you get, it's not that your metabolism slows down. It's that you lose muscle. Mm-hmm. That's why it's harder to lose weight because you've lost muscle, because muscle is the fountain of youth and muscle is going to burn more all the time. Yeah. So don't be surprised if you have a 5-pound set of weights, start with it, but then challenge yourself to be able to lift more. I know on the chest press, I'm already like, I think I need to up my weights already because it's crazy how quickly you gain that strength, I guess, from week to week. So anybody could do this. If you don't have weights, I mean, there's always different alternatives. Your children, gallons of water, right? Whatever you have until you can maybe invest in that because you'll have those weights for a long time, you guys. So look at that as an investment too.
Yeah, and I want to add hormones. Like women don't have the amount of testosterone that men do in their body. So it's like really hard for women to get bulky.
Right.
It's even hard for my husband to put on muscle. Like he has to really, really work at it to put on like a lot of bulk.
Agreed. Same thing with my husband too. I agree. He's like, yeah. Totally agree. All right. So tell us about the bundles, Stephanie.
Okay. We've got 3 options for you and they are bundled. So you are saving a crap ton. And the next slide, when we get there, we'll break every box down for you. But basically, the one that you choose needs to be for your results you're trying to achieve and like what you need. So you got the deluxe pack, which comes with the equipment. It comes with a year of on-demand. Now, if you already have on-demand, you would get a completion pack. These are just like full out starting from scratch. Has a year of on-demand, the performance line, because you're going to want the Energize, your pre-workout for energy. And these are natural supplements, and you're going to want the Recover, which is proven to reduce muscle soreness and aid in a faster recovery time. And then it also comes with Shakeology. And the Energize is proven to increase your stamina, your energy, your mental focus. It has beta alanine in it, which is an amazing, amazing thing. So that one is definitely, I think, the best choice because it gets the most. Otherwise, with the challenge pack, you just get Shakeology, not the performance line. And with the performance pack, you just get the performance line, not the Shakeology. So on the next slide, it breaks it down even further to what you all get. Tons of stuff. So just take a mental note of that. I'm not going to read through all of those. But again, if you already have the on-demand, you would get a completion pack. If you already have Shakeology, maybe you want the performance pack. It's going to be dependent on your goals and needs and what you need to get out of this. We personally went with the pack that has the performance line because we already get Shakeology. So, and my husband steals all my Energize, so we had to get extra.
Right. I totally agree with that. And so I'll just put, like, while you guys are kind of just looking over the packs just for a second, I just want to put a little story in there about Energize, and Stephanie's heard this because she was the person I called. But so I'm not a pre-workout person. If you can't tell, I already talk very fast, and no, I did not take Energize before this call because you guys wouldn't want to listen to that, right? But so I was never a pre-workout person or any kind of supplement person, period, whatsoever. I'm like, no way, I'm not doing it. I'm afraid I'm going to have a heart attack. I have heart palpitations. Like, I don't want to have a panic attack. I mean, somebody else raise their hand if you're like, yeah, that's me. Like, I'm super scared to do anything like that. Don't drink coffee or anything. So after I'd heard about how this was proven, just like Stephanie said, to increase your performance while you're working out, increase the timing of like you just being able to bring it harder in your workout and feel less exertion, right? So all around, I'm like, okay, I really probably should try this, you know? So what did I do? I phoned a friend and I'm like, hey, I'm going to take a half the scoop of this pre-workout. Like, I'm freaking out. I'm home by myself. I'm calling you to let you know in case I die. Like, call me in 45 minutes if you don't hear from me ahead of time. And this is a true story, you guys. I was that nervous. I was that scared to try it because I really did not want to have those heart palpitations or have that, you know, pre-workout kind of has a bad rap, in my opinion, just because of all the other junk and crap and chemicals and stuff that really can harm you. And so that was just my experience and from what I had heard and seen. So here I am, like, I literally love my pre-workout. I still only take a half a scoop because I can feel it, and I absolutely would not want to do my workout without it now. And it does make a huge, huge difference. My husband also, he's not a performance or like a pre-workout person at all, and he does enjoy it too. So just kind of a funny real life story that hopefully somebody else can relate to. Because yeah,
my crazy husband takes 2 scoops.
Yeah. Oh my God.
At 5 a.m. because he gets up before work and does the workout, and then he goes to work.
That's insane. That is insane.
Oh,
all right, you guys. So meet Joel Freeman. We just wanted to talk about this real quick. So maybe you are like, okay, we've heard about this, but there's an extra little perk that they're doing. So for this next 8 weeks kicking off, the group's actually already open. We're in prep week right now with him. We are legitimately in the group with Joel Freeman. We see him every day. He comes in and does live videos and does training and answers questions and is just there. It's an extra added bonus. So if you already are a coach and you're thinking about doing this, make sure that you get in on that because it's definitely a huge perk. And then if you are wanting to join as a customer, but then you're like, oh my gosh, I totally want to be in the group with him too, then I and Stephanie would definitely suggest that you sign up as a coach. It doesn't cost anything different when you use or sign up with the challenge pack. You would just get free access into his group, you guys. So he has been working in over 15 years in health and fitness. He holds all kinds of certifications, you guys. I mean, look at him. He's a beast. On the National Academy of Sports Medicine, certified personal trainer. He's had his own gyms. He's done it all, right? So literally, he's our person who is not only put together the program for us to do in our home, but then we get this added bonus of him, like live and in person. I feel like I just sound like 13 Reasons Why. Live
and in stereo.
But no, legitimately in the group, you get private access to that. So I've been in past groups when we did if you guys haven't heard of this 80-day obsession with Autumn Calabrese. That's how I say her name. It's not really how you say it, but it was game changing. Like literally being in the group with her and learning from her and having her support. It was just completely different. So that's just an added bonus if you guys were wanting to do that. Plus you get, discounts on your product and all kinds of other things that if you are interested in, definitely reach out on that avenue. Anything else you want to add on that part of like the group stuff?
No, just get excited. Know you're going to be supported. We're here with you doing it. Like we're in the trenches with you. Hello. And it's going to be a really great experience. So I'm excited, I think, to maybe go through it a couple times. It's only 8 weeks. So it's going to be fun.
Yeah, I'm really excited. So that's really all we have. Just kind of basic and to the point, you guys. It's no real reason to make this more difficult than it is. So, but we do want to open it up though, real quick for questions in case anybody has any. And I actually have a question. Well, I'm going to answer a question that I had before. So some people are saying the workout goes Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. So that's the 4 days of the week. And then you rest on Wednesdays, Saturdays, and Sundays. So if you're like me, you're like, oh my gosh, well, I don't know. Maybe I'm a nurse. So maybe you're working 12-hour shifts and you're working 3/12s. Or maybe you're a nurse thinking like, how can I do this? Because there's no way. But so he said you can move the schedule around any way that you need to. So if you need it to be Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, then you can customize it to you guys. It doesn't have to be exactly you just need to rest on 3 days. And on those 3 days, it doesn't mean that you have to do nothing. It's just like your time to live life. And maybe cycle or swim, or maybe you're like a triathlon or a marathon or someone, you're like, how do I ever fit in this extra workout? Because we overtrain, you guys. We overtrain all the time, and we need to stop really doing that. So this is definitely going to be a game changer for that. But you can change the schedule around how you want. When it comes to like the days, he did mention that, so I thought that was huge. Because I'm like, yeah, if you work like you're on 3, then you can, so you can kind of just customize it to however you want to. And then, of course, we can't forget the beloved 1 day where they give the cheat, whatever you want to use as your wording, or just like your live your life day. There's one of those in there too.
Yeah, nothing is off limits. This is meant to be sustainable. And overtraining leads to injury,
Yeah. So does anybody else have any questions that they want to throw out or ask? Now's the time. I see Dawn is very intrigued. I love your face. She's like, oh, yeah. Okay. Last call for questions.
This will be posted in the event. So if you know anyone who wanted to watch but couldn't, like my girl Alicia in Florida, she's like, I'm so tired, I'm going to bed. So, tag them, let them know. It'll be up to rewatch if you want to come back and watch again, whatever.
Yes, tag people, share people, get people on board. Like if you have a spouse, like Stephanie said, I think I may have convinced my husband to do this with me. Like he won't follow it completely, but it's just cool. So you never know. Just ask. Maybe you have siblings or your parents or somebody that you want to do this with. Encourage them. Tag a friend. Be that person to say, I don't want to do this by myself. Come alongside and do it with me. All right. Awesome. If nobody has any questions, Dante, did you have a question there? You popped back on. No. Okay.
No, but you said Ben was gonna join you, so I was just that was my shock face.
Oh yeah, I know. It's like only 4 days. I'm like, you can do it. He does his own thing, but and he does our programs, but he just doesn't follow it because he's just a guy. He's a guy. So. All right, you guys. Well, thanks so much for taking the time to jump out and get informed. And like I said, if whoever invited you to this, reach out to them and get connected because we are kicking this off on Monday.
Yeah.
All right, you guys.
Wait.
Night.
Bye, guys.